Hi, this is Mel from Mesa, Arizona, and today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about a tree called a Buddha tree. I wasn't really looking for this tree. I was at Jungle Nursery in Mesa, and I was looking for a Indian cluster fig tree. And on one side of the garden, as you start to enter his garden, on the left side is a huge 20 to 25 foot tall Indian cluster fig tree. On the opposite side of the entrance of the garden was a huge Buddha tree. So even though I was there to get the Indian cluster fig tree, I asked about this tree on the right side of the garden. It was a huge tree. Both trees had about a trunk about a foot, 1 foot diameter. And so I was asking about it and everything. And he told me it is considered a fig tree. In fact, the Buddha tree scientific name is Ficus religiosa. So it has religious tree right in the name of the tree. It's considered a sacred tree in India. It's native to India and Southeast Asia also. But it's considered a sacred tree under which the Buddha sat to receive enlightenment. It's also considered a sacred tree by the Hinduism religion. It was in this 1 gallon pot. I potted it to a 5 gallon pot right now, but I'm probably going to have to get it into the ground next spring because they say it does grow fast, and it is huge. Will become a huge tree, just like the one at the Jungle Garden was. It was a huge tree. It does get figs on it. The figs are dark green at first, then they turn to a reddish purple. Um, it was hard to find anything about the figs on it because it was mostly talked about how it's a sacred tree. But it said that the berries are a mild berry honey flavor. But because the tree is so big and the berries are so small, the berries are only about as big as the tip of your finger. Um, and even the guy at the garden said that he doesn't really eat the figs off the Buddha tree because it is a big tree. They're up high, and it's kind of a sacrificial tree because the birds really love the figs on the Buddha tree, and so the birds will go to that tree before they'll bother any other tree. So he kind of lets them eat the berries on that tree, and they don't bother the fruit on any of the rest of his trees there. So I don't know if I'll be eating the berries off this one here or not, but I really want to try it. So it'll be interesting to try. The leaves on this are kind of heart-shaped, but then they have this long tail on them here that goes down. On each one of the leaves, it has this long tail that goes down here. So it is kind of an interesting leaf on there. So that's why you can tell a Buddha tree when you see one, by the heart-shaped leaves and then the long tail on those leaves. But the pH of the soil, I was trying to look up the pH of soils, and it was saying that it'll grow in pretty much any soil type. But it does, it says that it does prefer a pH of a soil of 7 or under, so slightly acidic. It'll grow in zones 10 to 12. Now it says 10 to 12. I'm in zone 9B here in Mesa, Arizona. But he has hundreds of these trees in pots growing there, and from all different sizes. And then that huge one that's 20 to 25 foot tall on the side of the garden is on the right side as you walk into his garden. But I wasn't really looking for this tree when I went down to the garden to buy one, but I decided, yeah, why not? I'm going to go ahead and get one of this. It is kind of an interesting tree to learn about. And again, it is native to Asia, India and Southeast Asia, but it will grow in our climate. I've already seen evidence of that at the nursery. So if you have any questions about a Buddha tree, or if you have one growing in your area, I'd like to hear your comments about that. Uh, and if, in the comments also, if you're talking about the Buddha tree, if you could put where where you're watching this video from and where you live and how your Buddha tree is growing, or if you have any other questions about it, if you're thinking about maybe getting one of these trees, put it in the comments and where you live at, so I can see what climate zone you're in. But if you like this video, I'd appreciate it if you could give me a thumbs up and click on the thumbs up button. And if you'd like to see other videos on other types of, because I grow all different types of trees. I have over 400 trees growing at my house, and that's why I decided to get this one too. I like to always be adding new trees to the collection of trees that I have. But if you hit the subscribe button, after you hit the subscribe button, there's a bell. You click on the bell, it'll actually notify you when we do other videos of different types of trees. So I want to thank you for watching today, and if you have any questions, go ahead and put it in the comments. Thank you very much. Have a nice day today.